Alright guys, this is going to be a hunter versus warrior matchup. We're going first. Alright, so let's take a look at our mulligan. Typically we want to hold on to our leopard gnomes, undertakers, web spinners. Mad scientist is pretty good because it gets us a secret early on in the game. Would we want to keep Flare against the warrior? Probably not. They don't have any secrets. They don't use a lot of stealth, if any, so that's kind of a dead card for us in this matchup. It cycles through one card, it's okay, but yeah, not going to want to keep that. And freeze traps, never want to keep traps in a hunter deck like this because we rely on cards like Mad Scientist to sort of get the secrets into play for free on the death rattle, and then that death rattle of course synergizes with things like Undertaker. So we don't have any one drops, so just passing it back. So it looks like it's going to be more of an aggro deck from this warrior, so we're definitely going to want to make sure we keep the game in check and that things don't get out of control. With these even rages, you know, he could play a Cruel Taskmaster and we could be facing a 5-2 on turn 2. So we don't have a lot of good choices if that is his play. We can play Snake Trap, and when he attacks we'll have 3 snakes, we'll take 5 damage, and we can clear the Amani. We'll be facing a Taskmaster. No point playing Knife Juggler right now. Would we play Haunted Creeper? Probably not, it's really weak right now. We could play Mad Scientist and then sack it into the Amani, which is probably the best. Just to get that secret in for free. And then on turn 3, well, we don't even have a clear play, but... So not a lot of great options here. Up against the golden version of Amani Berserker. Really strong turn 1 play if he can make it work here. It's probably going to be Cruel Taskmaster. No, it's going to be Fiery War Axe. So looks like he's going to swing for 5. No, he's going to take out the Mad Scientist, giving us the secret. He's going to trigger that, but unfortunately for him it is Freezing Trap. So that play is kind of really worked out for us because he gets no value out of the Amani, and he loses the value he got from the coin. So we're definitely ahead right now. He hasn't armored up at all, and we're heading into turn 3 with no obvious plays except for a steady shot. You could put out a Haunted Creeper, but he's probably going to just smash it down and we won't get the effect from the Knife Juggler. So we'll pass it back. I'm not going to get a completely efficient curve there, but that's okay. I think in this position, because we're ahead, we can save up for a stronger turn 5 and 6 play. And sort of just deal with whatever he puts out here on turn 3. So turn 3 for Warrior, not really known as a strong turn. They don't have a lot of great 3 drops. Typically Shield Block is played, but since this is an aggro deck, there's the Shield Block. It's really the only kind of obvious turn 3 play. It kind of sets them up for Shield Slams in the turn 4, 5, 6 area. So now he's up to 26 and 5. We've got 4 mana. He doesn't have a weapon out now, so we could go Haunted Creeper. He might get another weapon on turn 4. He might get... he won't have Brawl, that's for sure. We'll force a Brawl on turn 5 or 6 just with these 3 cards alone. Yeah, I think it's pretty strong. The alternative is a steady shot here, save a Creeper, but I think next turn, as long as he puts something out, will be pretty strong. If he doesn't put out anything next turn, then we can decide what we want to do, because you don't want to put out the Juggler unless you're going to pop these, because they each summon 2 1/1 spiders, so you get a juggle off of each. So if I play this and I have nothing to sacrifice these on, I do now, but if I had nothing to sacrifice these on, I'd be exposing Juggler to be taken out before these get triggered. Okay, so we're in a good spot. He plays Acolyte of Pain, which is the counter to Juggler play, because each juggle basically gives him a card. So we've got to think hard about what we want to do here. If we play the Juggler and sack these 2, he's going to get 3 cards. That's pretty strong. Right now we have 5 cards. We know he's got that Amani Berserker for four mana. Interesting spot, really. If we, you know, we're gonna have to give him the cards most likely anyways. We can play a really strong turn here for. Oh, he'll brawl and we'll get a beast into our hand. Yeah, this is quite strong, ultimately. So we want to give his few. Yeah, no, we have no choice. These are all one drop, so. Oh, right. That's the one thing I always forget about this card, is these don't actually trigger off Acolyte of Pain. I always get so excited because I always think everything pops these, but not this guy. So he's not going to get the AoE up Deathbite quite yet, but there's our snakes, and we're going to pop 3 juggles here, so we'll get rid of Acolyte of Pain. Trouble is, he can brawl before he puts out anything against that we can use Haunted Creeper on, so these might go to waste. It'll be interesting. We actually can't even play anything right now. What's he gonna strength? Okay, so he takes out the juggler, which is fine. I mean, we got a lot of value out of it already. Can't really expect much more. I mean, yeah, these creepers would have been nice to pop, but we actually got 4 juggles off of it. We're gonna force a brawl next turn. Actually, he's got Deathbite, so he can just clear it with Deathbite. So 6 to the face. I think we can actually bring out Lotheb, and then he can't brawl for a while. And then after he brawls, we'll bring out Savannah Highmane. Actually, that's not a good play. Deathbite can just swing at Lotheb, and then I think yeah, he gets taken out. But you know what? Okay, interesting. So he's going to Acolyte of Pain first. Yeah, he's probably just going to swing at Lotheb. We're going to lose the board. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay. He leaves Lotheb alive, which is interesting. And we get the beast. We get the beast as our random beast. So right off the bat, I think we can save it as a card by just putting this to 1. Nice. Was that a Sylvanas? I think it was Sylvanas. Now the question is, which do we bring out? We force executes. I guess we gotta go through Brawl first still. And if we're going against Brawl, it's definitely better to have Savannah Highmane, because it death rattles into 2 hyenas for us. If we put out the beast, it death rattles into a 3/3 for him. So we're definitely not going to want to put out the beast until he brawls. And of course, if you didn't know what card Brawl is, all the creatures are put into a circle sort of thing, and only one comes out and survives. Everything else dies. So pretty much a board clear with some randomness. Could work out either way. Alright, so probably looking to get full value by going to face. And is there any reason to kill this instead? I mean, it's 5. He's losing that next turn. 11, 13. Do I want to play Savannah Highmane here? No, I don't think there's any reason to right now. There's no real obvious reason to play. We're within lethal range. There's no reason to sort of... We would bolster our chances against Brawl for a lethal next turn, but you know, he does have a hand that's a lot of options still, but probably he's still working his way through things like he's got, you know, probably a Gromash. He probably has a Ragnaros. least one shield slam. Yeah, he definitely has a lot of big minions, but he's just been on the back foot here, so... Here goes the shield slam. We're going to get 2 2/2s, which is nice. Alright, he's going to be able to deal with them, though. So we're going to have a clear board going into turn 9. He's going to try and power it down, so... Looks like he's going to be making his big move here. We've got actually a kill command, and that's going to do it. So that's that game. That is Aggro Hunter versus Warrior.